fellow congregation members of the church.
Popeye's share.
It's another beautiful day to be a raider.
Pardon our dust. We're under construction.
Silver and black. I represent the
Pardon our dust. We're working hard here.
It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why?
Why? You know what time it is.
Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and yes, we're under construction, but I mean, not really visibly. As you see, everything's backwards, but we're under technological construction as we're flipping things around in the studio and getting ready for the big simultaneous casting of the official Raider Reaction webcast on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, which will be starting very, very soon. So over the next week, we're redoing a lot of the technology, cameras, what have you in the studio, and getting everything set up for the big switchover. So pardon us as we go a little old school with the inverted screen tonight, but, you know, nonetheless, the fire burns regardless. And of course, it is Monday on Raider Reaction, which means it is Ghost of the Post, which means we will be dropping back deep in the pocket and letting it fly league wide. And that means I do got Big L in here with me again. Got a new one. How y'all doing? What's up, Raider Nation? What's up, what's up? So, thanks for joining us. As you said, you know, pardon our dust as we tweak things and just try to make them better. But for a couple of days, you'll have to deal with our old school image, inverted style. But that's all right. The freshness is here nonetheless. So, since we were last on, new Raiders have been born. That Old Raiders have been knuckleheads. Things have happened.
And George, yeah, there's not gonna be no crying.
No crying. There's no crying in the nation. Some of these. Oh man, I don't even know where do I begin?
No,
Big L. I don't even know where to begin, man. Where do we even begin?
There's a good chance of it getting ignorant.
Oh.
Because look, I am tired of you motherfucking whining. Look, oh yeah, I'm gonna try not to cuss tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't even make it to the disclaimer because you whining motherfuckers y'all out there.
Well, that didn't last very long.
I tried. I told you.
Well,
I tried.
You didn't try very hard. So
I did. Commish. These people.
There's one cough. I'll try to keep him to a minimum, man. I am still trying to get over what I dealt with all last week, but I'm here, fighting the good fight.
Here, I'll click the bottom.
So, yeah, don't click the top. There's some little dudes running around there.
After it's been going this long.
It's got to be at the end. It's got to be at the end. But let's get right into. Let's start with the draft first. Now there has been some news items that have popped up since the draft, actually, that obviously take quick pertinence. But let's start with the draft because I haven't been on since the draft, since round one. I haven't had a chance to come on with Raider Nation, so I want to come on. And let's talk about the draft right out of the gate. Now, obviously, everybody lost their fucking mind in round one. They're hyped up, man. We're here. It's the 10th pick. It's like, yes!
And you know who really had a fit?
Nah, man, we traded down.
You know, I think the people that went the most insane were LSU fans that whole first round.
Man, it was.
Don't you ever tell me to hush.
Yeah, it was. It was an interesting first round, not to say nothing less. That's for sure. All the way through, there were a lot of trades there. And listen, I liked what we did in the first round. The fact is, we had been talking about it for weeks, and we had no idea what was in these guys' head, what they were thinking. Obviously, what they were thinking is they need to protect Derek Carr for the foreseeable future. Obviously, that is what they were thinking. I couldn't read their minds. I know what they're thinking. But you'd move down 5 picks. Basically, the guy that they wanted was taken. They had 1 and 2. Who was their number 1 guy? He was taken. So they drop back 5 picks. Know they're going to get who they want anyway. You get him, and you get a 3rd that you turn into Martavis Bryant, and you get a 5th. I mean,
and then you traded away the other 3rd because you knew what you were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
You knew the players that you wanted in the 5th round was on nobody's radar.
Listen, if you were looking for a left tackle, there was 2 in the draft that you were after. And he was one of them. So, they took him. Hey, it's not a sexy pick. He's not going to carry touchdowns. You're not going to see him on ESPN's top 10 plays of the week. That's why nobody gets excited about it. Nobody's running out and buying Colton Miller fucking first-round draft pick jerseys. That's why nobody's getting excited about it. That's why your basic-ass fan that doesn't really understand doesn't get fucking excited about it.
Why didn't you draft this?
You should have took Edmonds. You should have took Smith. You know, hey, man, I was even wanting him to take Josh Jackson. And Josh Jackson, he fell away.
He fell out of the first round.
Yeah, he did he even go in the second? Or was it
in the second half of the second
half, late in the second? But
he fell so far, I think he went to a
it was an interesting draft. It was an interesting draft. But some people will probably, you probably will, Popeye. Hell, I may get me a Miller jersey. Why not? Just because, fuck it, rock.
You know,
it's Miller time on it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's in Colorado. Dude.
Yeah, but
no.
But
Budweiser.
We come out in the second round and we grab Hall. So we addressed the defensive line, which we thought there was a possibility they may do in the first round. Yeah. With the second pick, we address Hall. Now, with the next pick is when I think Raider Nation collectively lost their fucking mind. Is we went back and grabbed what some see as a project from NC-A&T, Brandon Parker, another tackle. We go back and address the line again, and I believe that's where we started to see the hashtag Fire Gruden pop up. People started to lose. Your basic fans started to lose their goddamn minds.
And that's the funny thing. You know, our starting right guard, when he got drafted out of college, was a left tackle?
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me, because, you know.
Given the fact that we have a 35-year-old left tackle, and we just drafted a natural left tackle.
Now let's touch on that, why don't we, Big Al, while we're there. And I thought this would be, that's why I wanted to come in and start with draft, because we'll get to where, let's stop at pick 3, where everybody after Friday night was losing their fucking minds, because, oh my God, we went back and we got another tackle that nobody ever fucking heard of. Well, let's fast forward to this weekend, when the news comes across a domestic dispute between Donald Penn and his soon-to-be ex-wife, who apparently, smacked on the ass, started the fight, something along those lines.
He smacked her. The police report, don't listen to TMZ.
Probably along the lines of, I paid for that or something, because they're getting divorced, and it's apparently not going very well, because they came out and issued a statement that said, listen, it was verbal, we're not getting along, we're getting divorced.
He smacked her on the ass, she probably slapped him, he poured a drink on her head.
Something.
I'm calling him. Or, I guess, she didn't even call the police. The fucking security system in the house heard whatever.
Picked up on yelling or something. Yeah.
So they sent the police.
I'd be fucking getting rid of that garbage immediately. Like, motherfucker, I raised my voice.
Man, you had the police out to the fucking house every time a sports game was on.
Yeah, good lord.
That's funny shit.
Yeah.
They picked up on yelling, so they said, he wasn't in the projects.
No. So, regardless of whether it shakes out that it was real or not, Donald Penn was a reclamation project and trash set out to be collected by Tampa Bay a few seasons ago. He reclaimed himself and brought himself back to a stature where he once was before in Oakland, but he's at the end of that, man.
Yeah.
And you can see that's coming quickly. So that move needed to be made. And for a guy that like John Gruden who's coming in, and he's taking this ship for a minute here. This isn't, he's not here for a short stop, man. He's taking this for a minute. So he's thinking about the future. He's thinking about, I just signed a $125 million quarterback the year before.
Yeah.
And I got an old, questionable, a questionable character.
He got his leg broke 2 years ago, and then last year,
questionable teammate.
He's having problems. He's going after the fans.
Listen, man, D-Pen doesn't have another contract ahead of him. This is it. So, I don't know. I like the pick, and I like the other picks, too. I mean, we addressed Arden Key is a guy that can be solid. Maurice Hurst is a guy who is a freaking... Man, we get with our 6th pick, and this was a guy everybody was looking at as being a number 1 pick.
And then he goes to the combine.
Nothing changed with the guy.
No, he played all year. He played his entire collegiate career with it. So the question remains, how the hell did this become an issue? And because one day somebody didn't do research, he falls. I mean, I'm not complaining. I love the pick. Which goes to the Arden Key pick to me.
Yeah.
Could it be a potential issue? Maybe. But, who knows? I mean, I look at it like it's the same risk you take getting some free agent that is just hovering around the NFL. It's a hit or miss.
Listen,
and I'd rather miss.
He's no different. Now, this isn't like a condition that he developed or it was something that they discovered. He's had it forever. The dude played with it the whole damn time he was in Michigan. Yeah. When he was a beast, he had the same. This isn't something that he got. Like, oh, we found something. You need to get that taken care of. It's something they picked up on. They'll keep monitoring, but they're not gonna. They're not backing off on what they're giving the kid.
Yeah.
He's here. We're gonna run you. If it comes up later you're not healthy, well then it comes up later you're not healthy. But we're running you till you break. That's what you're gonna get paid for. So I don't see the concern. And they're saying he's fine anyway.
Yeah. And see, but then there's Key coming out of LSU. I mean, again, it's marijuana. And yeah. I mean,
hey man,
if he wants,
there's so many studies linking the positive effects of marijuana and against CTE, and they need to get their head out of their ass and get with the times anyway, and start allowing these guys to self-medicate in their off time, because hey, just saying.
And I don't think he'll be a locker room problem because see, he's gonna be the new kid on the block.
No, I don't see any of these guys
They got rid of all the divas and the... Yeah. They got rid of all the moisture in the locker room.
I don't see any of these guys jumping out at me, or any of them that had came in with really the problem of having a reputation of being problems on the team, or so. I don't think any of them have any real character issues or flaws that had brought them, followed them along. Colton Miller's a freaking Trump supporter, but I mean, it's not really a character flaw. Well, to some it is. We don't get into that type of shit here. So and that shit means jacking shit on the football field
exactly.
either. So
I was gonna say between them lines, nobody's gonna care.
Nobody cares
as long as he's blocking.
Some people tried to pull that up, and I don't give a shit about that. My political views or my religious views. That means jacking shit on a football field. Who cares?
My thing is, once you earn your money, you can spend it wherever you want.
No, I seen a couple of guys, seen a side conversation going on there about Cordell Patterson. The knock on Cordell Patterson was he didn't really like the playbook that much. He didn't like to get into it, and he wasn't prepared a lot, which is why they started to throw in the little plays where they could give him the ball and just have him run, because that's an easy fucking play to put the ball in Cordell Patterson's hands, because he wasn't putting the work in to get the ball into his hands in other ways, if you know how to speak. So what I'm saying,
basically,
his work ethic was a little lacking.
The fact that he didn't run good routes didn't matter because he didn't know what routes to not run right.
Exactly. And so that's why it was hand the ball off and run, and that's why he's not a Raider anymore. Now, segueing that into the wide receivers, which I wanted to touch on, because we did grab, which we talked on when we had Angry on, Angry Trask, who we're going to have on again here in the very near future again. When we had her on last time, we talked about it. Who was going to be the number 3 wide receiver? Well, obviously, we know who that is now. As we go out and get Martavius Bryant, we turn that number 3, that third-round pick, into Martavius Bryant, a trade for who, dude, a 6'5", field stretching, he's got to stay off, got to put the fuck pipe down.
Yeah, even though it's legal in California, it's not legal in the NFL.
No, it's not legal in your it's not in your company handbook that you're allowed to partake in the herbal refreshment, so you cannot.
Exactly. So you can eat all vegetables but the cabbage.
You can't. You just can't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you want to have your job, you can't. So that's really been the only mark on Martavius Bryant was his suspension. That's really been the only knock on him.
And the thing
he has been asking for a trade for a while, though, because he has not been happy in Pittsburgh.
And this is the thing, too. The other benefit of knowing that he's been popped, he's been popped twice.
Yes.
The next time he gets hit, he got to go get a real job.
That's good and bad. That's good.
Oh, no, that's outstanding.
That's good to hopefully keep him on a leash, but if that's bad, if he fucks up, we're going to be the ones that face the nasty repercussion.
No, I mean, we
lose
got
him.
We lose him, but next man up.
That's true.
I mean,
always
we
true.
know Jordy can play outside. Oh, by the way, Jordy. For those of you that think you're gonna put a 6'5" field stretcher in the slot,
No, I don't think so.
No. What? Yeah, Martavis is going outside. Amari's outside. Jordy's inside.
Is there any possibility of you think Jordy and Martavis on the outside moving Coop to slot? I mean, I've heard rumors and talk about it like last season because he, with all the drops and what have you, they thought, some people thought maybe he'd do better in the slot. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with his drops or his hands.
But see, the thing is, he didn't have the yips as bad last year as he did his rookie year.
No, he's always had a little.
As much as he's dropped the ball, he didn't drop it as bad last year as he did the year before. Crabtree was the one dropping passes. Everybody, he has great hands. But when you really needed his ass to catch the ball
Crabtree wasn't dropping some.
He was a dropping MF.
And you know what? When Crabtree dropped the ball, it was always for a fucking first down. 90% of the time. When he dropped the fucking ball, it was a touchdown or a first down. So every time he dropped it, even though he didn't drop it as much as Coop, his drops were always much more costly and more painful drops.
Hercules. See, it's just that's just what's real. I think Coop's hands are fine. They're getting better.
It's mental, man. I think he'll come around. I think he'll come around this year. You feed him and you make him the number one, man. You just keep feeding him the ball. I think he's going to do all right.
See, and that's the thing. Also, I think they went ahead and picked up his fifth-year rookie option and probably smiled at him after all them other unexpected heads were rolling and said, this knife stays sharp.
Yes.
Drop some more shit this year.
So, getting back to the draft, we addressed the situation of Marquette Queen leaving. As the Queen went to Donkeyland. Well, we went out and we grabbed Johnny Townsend, who's the greatest punter in the history of the University of Florida. The Gators, the Swamp, as they call it. So, we addressed that, and this kid's supposed to be the real deal at punter. As real fucking deal as you can get at punter.
Leslie. Stop it.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes,
Leslie. Leslie.
I got drafted.
He got drafted. We don't know where. He got drafted. Dang it, Leslie. But, so we did address the punter. As, it is a position of need. We did need to grab it. I also believe, didn't we grab a undrafted free agent kicker as well? Another project.
The kicker the kicker for the Crocs.
Yes, another project kicker to bring in. We also brought in another project quarterback, undrafted free agent, and I'll get into more of that tomorrow on the Raider Nation Report.
I was just about to say something.
We'll get into I'll get into a little more in depth on tomorrow's show.
He's the boss.
Everything's backwards. I know it looks like Bizarro Universe in here, but like we said at the beginning of the show, pardon the construction, we are modifying the technology in the studio, so we've got an old school inverted image today, but trust me, better things are coming soon. So deal with it for today, maybe tomorrow and the next day. But we're working hard right up until showtime. But we're here, goddammit, and that's really all that matters.
What's going on, my short bus brother? Bob, stop it.
So, we really didn't address any other, I would say, big stars in the running back, in our backfield through the draft. So obviously it looks like it's beast mode all the way coming into 2018. D-Wash and Richard are still intact, although I still firmly believe one of them is not going to make it. I believe that's why he brought in Doug Martin. Now, there is the possibility that they try out Martin, they try out all of them, and they decide, hey, Martin's not what we thought, and maybe they go with D-Wash or Richard again. But
well, I was going to say, in our free agent pickups we picked up another fullback.
Yes. And, I've heard a lot of talk about Hood again, too. Well, Hood's on the practice squad. Guys, there's a fucking reason he's on the practice squad.
Well, I think he ended up on the practice squad last year because we got the beast.
Well, we did, but if you're on the practice squad and you're out there and you're killing it,
but see, this is the thing.
If you're that damn good, you just how are you still on the practice squad? But see, that's what I'm saying. He's on the practice squad. Consider the practice squad your deep freezer. You think? I don't know, man.
Because
if he was that good, would we have him on ice, though?
But if he wasn't that good, wouldn't we just say, fuck it, you can go to whatever team you want?
I agree, but
because when we did
is he that good, or is he just
opportunities to see him,
or is he just one of those guys that for depth we're keeping you around? But I don't know. I want to see more of him. I haven't seen a lot of him. I've seen a little bit preseason Hood, but that's about it.
And I think honestly they keep him around. He's like that. Well, that's a bad analogy.
I'd like to say that he's beast mode 2.0, man. Jesus Christ! Way to go, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. Oh, man. But you never know. So Hood's still out there. I heard a lot of people rumbling about him, talking about him on the draft show. I see his name brought up several times, so I wanted to bring him up again. But it looks like without the major address,
I can't trust him.
He can't trust Popeye. He's talking out his ass 95% of the time. So
yeah, but he does.
He serves his purpose, but we just don't know what that purpose is yet. But as soon as we figure that out, we'll let you guys know. But other than that,
well, given his dinner options, he's one mean exterminator.
He is. It's Billy the Exterminator. You seen that dude? That dude shows fucking walk. I like Billy the Exterminator. That dude's funny as hell.
We're of that era of just twisted humor, but that's that's what makes it fun.
You'll have that. Now, other hot buzz topics coming out of the draft was, as soon as we came out of the draft, because everybody said, we're not going to hear anything until after the draft about Bowman. Well, 30 seconds after the draft, wait, what about Bowman, man? You hear anything about him? Still really nothing. It's got to be coming down to money, man. There's a reason he's not signed by us, and there's a reason he's not signed by anybody else either. If he was such a affordable, great commodity out there at the inside linebacker position, somebody would have had his ass.
And so, especially the way he played last year.
There's something going on, man, behind the scenes in the negotiation with Navarro Bowman. I've got a feeling we're going to get a little bit of a break on that. I mean, we did pick up Victor, but we didn't really address the linebacker position. No, I mean, other than a really, really late guy, kind of a project possible guy. So I still think there's a lot of behind the scenes going on with Bowman. I have to believe it, man. There's a reason he's not signed by somebody else.
Yeah, there has to be. And then, I'm not sure, but for me, the other thing is like with Arden Key. Okay, we know he's a beast. We know he's a monster. What are the chances with everything that's going on, they decide not to put Irvin's hand in the dirt?
Hey, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. They could move some guys around. I mean,
Because supposedly with Edwards being this small, maybe they try to move him out to DN. Because right now, we're 4 deep at D tackle.
Yeah.
If, and that's a big if Vanderhoos and the other kid are still doing their thing.
Yeah, Vanderdoes is supposed to be on track to be back. And in time, man, what a shitty your fucking shit right in the last game of the goddamn season. But he's supposed to be back in time, so, until he is, you don't know. We hope he is.
And the other thing that kills me is, like, I'm going to tread on this one.
Yeah, Hudson did restructure his contract, Carmine. He did, to help free up money. Bowman's visited quite a few teams. And he continues to make his tour. And the thing is, I don't know. It almost, to me, seems like there's been some sort of behind-the-scenes talk. Like, hey, go out and talk. Just make sure you come back and talk to us before you make a deal. Because, ultimately, we'd like to have you back, but we don't want to deny you the chance. There's got to be something. Something, because he's not been signed by anybody else.
He's not been signed.
And there's a reason for that.
And there's been no rumors until now.
No, not.
His agent hasn't even leaked anything.
No, because you've got him. I mean, we've still got Mac. We've got to deal with it. I mean, Mac's going to get paid this year, but I don't think they want to take his contract negotiations into the season. I think they'd like to have that put to bed before we get to training camp. So I got a feeling they'll be along the same timeline as Cars. And Cars was taken care of, I want to say late June 25th, somewhere around that neck of the woods.
They weren't
last
into,
year. So
they weren't into
preseason
camp.
They weren't in training camp yet. No, so it
got taken care of around the summer sometime.
But it was late June sometime. But I want to say Max is along the same line. So maybe we're looking at they're going to take care of Bowman before that. I hope they bring Bowman back. I mean, the way he played last year, I think he could be a big part of the...
A big part, I mean, and again, like I was saying, a coach on the field.
Yeah, he jumped right in and he wore the sticker and the headset freaking quick. First game in, right, on a new team.
And then, the next week he got the first interception of the year for us?
Yep.
But I just think it's,
Fucking Popeye. Popeye, we're going to stab you. But overall, what did you think of the draft, Big L? Overall, I thought the draft was what I thought it was kind of going to be. I thought maybe there was a possibility we were going to try to take a big splash player in the first round. Yeah. But I'm not shocked that we didn't.
And see, and the other thing for me was, it's like, once we didn't, I'm not even going to try to figure out what we're going to do.
No, man.
Because that was proof. It's like, a tackle? Oh, by the way, Ariel, you're the only person I heard, honestly, before the draft say, we're taking a tackle.
Yeah, I think I was one other guy I'd seen possibly popped in once in a while had mentioned something about that. But no, most hadn't said that. So yeah, I got to give you props on that one too.
That's true, Matt. If Bowman does go to hear White,
well, that's what I said. That's what I was getting ready to say is, even before the draft, all the positions we didn't address, man, we went defensive heavy in the offseason leading up already. We addressed safety. We got a freaking handful of corners to dig through. We went and addressed linebacker. We've addressed all between the draft and what we did in free agency in the offseason. I don't get where the fucking fans are saying, why didn't we address the defense? Why haven't we addressed... The fuck are you watching? What do you mean, why haven't we addressed the defense?
And most of the people that were pissing and whining about
you
that...
basic ass... What the fuck? What do you mean?
Been on a football field. They didn't let her in high school.
Hey, they graduated from high school. Fucking let alone a letter. It's a fucking good enough degree.
The disco with books.
Yeah, I seen it in every group, and I followed it in the show that we did Thursday night. I followed it in the other feeds and the shows that we had on Friday through Saturday in the comments that were going. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, people were losing their fucking goddamn minds. Like this was some sort of an abomination of a draft. I absolutely don't get it. I mean, you got our left tackle of the future. You got Martavius freaking Bryant. We picked up P.J. Hall as a defensive tackle. Arden Key, who's a beast at defensive end. We got another project
Or outside backer, mind you.
Offensive tackle. You know, we get a project, another project at corner to go with all of the corners that we just grabbed at offseason. We get Maurice Hurst, who is a freaking beast, another defensive tackle. There's two. And we got another linebacker. We get a big 6'4", 220 late round wide receiver project. I mean, it's
basically
it's the draft.
they call him a wide receiver. He's 6'4", 223. The thing is, for a wide receiver, he's a little slow, which means...
Thank you, Scott. We appreciate it. I don't think that comment didn't go unseen. We don't get a comment very often, so, gotta run with it. Like I said, we apologize.
Scott, thank you.
We apologize, because the sound's a little off. The sound's a little off. The image is a little off. Everything, the screen's fucking flip-flopped. But we're going old school to make sure we're here, because there's important shit to talk about, whether or not we're updating the technology in the studio or not. So,
and Michael, you're right. I mean, before they even hit the field, the D coordinator and the scheme's going to be better.
Exactly, man. It's the team's an upgrade to begin with. What everybody is not understanding about this draft, coming into this draft, is you do not get a top 10 pick and the ability to be able to work with a top 10 pick, to be able to trade with it like we did, to be able to turn it into what we did, with a team that is this damn good. This is a team that was 12-4. This was a 12-4 team last season that got coached to fucking 6-10. But they were still a 12-4 team. So to be that team and to have draft picks that high and to be able to work with, guys, you don't understand. Our offense was already fucking loaded. And we reloaded it last year with Jared Cook and fucking beast mode and a bunch of other guys. Our defense has already been addressed. We addressed it even more in the draft.
They got played in a shitty scheme on both sides of the ball. Because remember,
shit's gonna
after
get fixed,
Norton got fired,
Gunther's gonna fix shit. Fucking
even Sean Smith's money thieving ass ended up having a halfway decent second half of the season.
Once the schemes started getting flipped around and we switched defensive coordinators, man, it was a different fucking team. We were a top 5 defense for a good part of the late part of the season. And Sean Smith was a big part of that. If Sean Smith was not, going to be a fucking felon and go to prison and all that, which, gets in the way of, football, I wouldn't have minded seeing Sean Smith back, honestly. I thought Sean Smith started to show some, the talent that I thought he had at the end of last season, but unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now we got a stable of fucking guys we brought in, man.
Yeah.
We're going to work through them. The best of the best is going to stay. I mean, we've been trying the problem kid who fucking just got arrested,
Yeah.
And got released. We're going to try him. But, they brought in a laundry list of corners. And we drafted some. We're not going to keep them all, guys. You can't keep them all. You bring them all to camp. You run them all through. You keep the best of what you got.
And the reality of it
roll
is,
with them.
If you're a coordinator that's halfway, you adjust your coordinating to your fucking, the team you have.
Y'all getting robbed by Carr? What do you mean we're getting robbed by Carr? Who else should we be having? Who are you repping? If you're going to step in, one rule. You always bring the fire.
Yeah, you know what?
And step strong with it. I don't mind. I don't mind. I want to know if y'all going to step out here and drop some shit like that, then back it the fuck up.
First off,
y'all getting robbed by Carr. You just come in here, drops
that.
out.
Come in with that bull and not who you repping, coward?
Come on,
just gonna come in here.
That's
with
the number one rule of RAIDER ReACTION. If you're gonna step in, you must bring the fire,
or sit there and shut the fuck up and learn something. You gonna come in here with that old yay ass bullshit, boy? Don't you come in here, child? We grown folks talking. Go sit your ass at the kiddie table.
Probably.
Steve, get him!
He's probably at the kiddie table. That's probably why he didn't come in repping hard.
Oh, I deal with the bitches here. I'm Steven!
And nothing. And nothing.
That's right.
That's right. Sit down.
Don't you jump in here with that madness.
You better watch out.
We gonna unleash the security on your ass. He's many things. He's our mystic warrior. He's a
something.
savage.
He's something. Don't fuck with Steveljuice, man. Don't
'Cause you
fuck
know-
with Steveljuice. He's a dude. Steve. Damn it. He's so unpredictable.
I mean-
it's your fault, Leslie. Gosh.
And then whoever left the back door open, we having a meeting after the show. We leaving the back door open.
We just ain't right.
Y'all let one of them fools in here.
We just ain't right.
Ooh.
The shield will protect us.
Dun dun dun. Ooh, yeah. Where's the chicks?
That's savage.
See? I told you, Steve can conjure up a little bit of anybody.
You never know who's gonna pop back from the netherworld. Hey, I've left it in your hands. When the shit got all tipped, when the fucking Eagles left the kiddie table, man.
And that, darling, don't worry
we
about it.
left
We
it-
got it took care of. He ain't coming back in here.
We left it in your hands.
Popeye.
Easy, Popeye. Easy. Easy, easy. So, to grade the draft, I'm not gonna get stupid. It's a fucking A+. I don't give it an A+.
And
I give it a B-. I'll be realistic. I give it a B-. I say it's above average. I liked what we did with the first round. I like when you take picks and you take one person and you turn them into three. I like that.
And
That's smart
like
football.
When, I can't remember who said it, but they were like, I wanted Vea. Okay, well, that's one player. For one player, for trading back, they got one player. We got one player, 2 picks. That one pick turned into a player who was the best player at his position available.
Martavius Bryant is a pissed off wide receiver with a chip on his shoulder that wants to burn his fucking team, who happens to be one of the big rivals to us at top of the AFC. So if you don't think having him on the team is a fucking plus, you are crazy. That is a talented kid, man.
And he's only 24 or 25, and he's in his rookie contract, so we still got him on the cheap. And he's in his last year of that contract.
Yeah, he's playing in a contract year. Martavius Bryant is coming out with a chip on his shoulder, ready to ball the fuck out in 2018 in silver and black. I'm excited about that. And when we being the number 3,
when we were working up for the show, do you realize his ass is in the 4th of his rookie contract, the final year of the contract? He has not played a full season in his career.
No.
Because he played half of the first one, got suspended.
Yeah.
Got suspended the entire second year, and then didn't get reinstated until the second half of the third year.
And like you were saying, I think that's a good thing. I mean, you think that's a good thing. That could be the leash that keeps him on the straight and narrow. Now that can either be the leash that keeps him on the straight and narrow.
And Billy said he smoked us the last time he played.
Or are we going to be the ones that pay the brunt and get his 1-year suspension?
Exactly.
That's the risk we take. But you know what? I got a feeling this kid wants to step forward and put one big goddamn year and just ball out.
The dude that came in here and said Carl was stealing from us was a pussy fart?
He's a Queefs fan.
He's a pussy fart.
A fucking Queefs fan.
Excuse my language out there, especially ladies. We know that it is not
You
An
don't
angry
even.
kitty.
You're not even at the kiddie table because you graduated from the kiddie table so fucking long ago. But it's like you stumbled and fell and could never find the adult table. So you're like stuck in family reunion fucking purgatory. Where you're not at either table. You're just the guy that, hey, can you go get my seconds for me? That's where you're at, Chiefs. You're the fucking runner. You're the gopher. You're the fucking lackey.
The fucking dishwasher. You don't even get to eat. You get to eat the scraps.
You get leftovers. There's not even really a seat for you. You gotta like stand off to the side, up against the wall, holding your plate with your hand, trying not to lose your shit as you're eating. You're that guy. There's no chair for you because the kiddie table's full. The adult table with the rest of us, and then there's your ass.
A Veach biscuit fan? You gonna come in here and try to drop a deuce in the great nation?
Get out of here.
Who
When's the last
What?
time? When's the last time the Chiefs have done anything? When's the last time you guys won a playoff game? When's the last time you guys done anything really?
The last time we saw the Chiefs, y'all was bending over and getting ran through by the Titans at home.
That was.
You better sit your ass down when grown folks is talking, you ignorant bastard, you. I'm sorry.
We're getting taken by car. We're getting robbed by car.
Yeah,
You got
getting robbed
Patrick
by car.
fucking Mahomes.
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
You
You know how many times I was told at the draft that he's the next fucking Brett Favre? If I had a fucking dollar for every time I heard about how he's a gunslinger, he's the next Brett Favre. The entire time that guy was drafted, get the fuck out of here. Everybody that throws a shitty pass is the next Brett Favre. Every inaccurate, big-gunned, armed asshole is the next Brett Favre. Get the hell out of here.
You know what kills me? He came in here and said cars stealing from us. How many motherfuckers been stealing from you since motherfucking Joe Montana? And Montana stole from y'all.
Joe Montana laughed and fucking laughed with his fucking check all the way to the bank too.
Y'all been financing motherfuckers' retirement plans since 19 what?
Why don't you go hire another fucking retread raider? Try and get it done. How many retread raiders did the Chiefs try to hire over the years to try and fucking get shit done? You guys can't get shit done.
We sent y'all motherfuckers, y'all was our retirement
But
plan.
we got the loudest stadium, Big L. But we got the loudest stadium.
Them
What the
motherfuckers
fuck
ain't
does
cheering,
that
they
mean?
crying.
What does that mean?
They crying. They ain't cheering. You miserable motherfucker. You find somewhere to die, bitch.
Go find somewhere to die. We'll leave with that. No.
Admins, do the light work.
Oh my God. That's. We're losing our. If you're just
Leslie, love you.
If you're just joining us, by the way, I'm the Commish. This is Big L. Every Monday, goes to the post here on Raider Reaction as we drop back deep in the pocket. Look and let it fly, league. I tell you.
Oh my goodness.
You're a rowdy bunch. You guys are a rowdy bunch tonight. Mondays get rowdy. They'll get a little off.
I have no idea why. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Are you guys in here on Wednesday too? Are you and Captain in here for the double on Wednesday?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna be, but I know Cap is.
All right. But
you know what?
I have no idea what's going on.
We don't know what's going on, but you know what?
It's one of those weeks. We got a lot of shit going on. We'll be here every damn night, I can tell you that. That's for damn sure, because there's a lot to go on. Tomorrow night, we definitely got the Raider Nation report.
Yes.
We'll have the Raider Nation invasion of some sort going on Wednesday, because we missed the GOAT bracket last week because I was sick, so we've got to get back into the GOAT brackets. We still got the, one of the damn brackets, the East or the West to do in the first round. Then we're on to the second round the next week. And I'm working on setting up an interviews for this week and the following 2 weeks. And Bob, what I have a take on Chris Sims. Chris Sims, anything that has Chris Sims' name on it, I wipe my ass with. Fuck Chris Sims. He's not even the best quarterback at his own family reunion. Fuck him. He couldn't even carry his own dad's jock. What was Chris Sims? Chris Sims was drafted by Gruden, wasn't he? Was he a Gruden draftee?
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
I think so.
Well, he was. Fuck Chris Sims. Chris Sims always hating on the Raiders. Chris Sims has a problem with the Raiders. And if you haven't noticed, every Chris Sims stories are typically Raider negative.
But you know what? I think you said it best.
What?
Fuck Chris Sims.
Well, fuck Chris Sims. That's my take on Chris Sims and
Half
whatever he
albino
thinks.
ass motherfucker.
Yeah. If you can't look at the draft,
I agree, Lines.
take the list of players from the draft and take a list of players that we have signed since fucking February 2nd or February 4th. And if you don't look at those two lists,
juxtapose them, they fit perfectly.
yeah, if you can't look at that and see that we haven't addressed the problems that need to be addressed going into this, I don't know what to tell you. You're a basic ass fan. If you can't see beyond that, and Chris Sims, you're obviously a basic ass motherfucker too. You can't see past that either. So there you go. That's what I think of Chris Sims.
Here's somebody else. Yeah. Again, Mr. You could be a bitch because your mama probably didn't know what to name you because you was so bitch acting. Yeah. Won a ring with Tony's team, but
Chris O'Neal. Well, now who's Chris repping? We
got another coward.
We've got another chirper out there.
Unless
Step in.
He's talking about
bring the fire.
Unless he's repping this backyard bougie, just horrible team.
Am I over here? Did anybody hear me ever say Gruden's the fucking greatest coach of all time? Anybody? Anybody ever? I've never said that. Fuck. I've just barely gotten back on the goddamn bandwagon.
I mean, and that's the thing. The cowards run in.
I agree with you 100% that Gruden went there and only Super Bowl he ever won was with Dungy's team. And then after that, the team fell the fuck off. He could never develop a quarterback.
It's even worse. This
could never-
motherfucker's claiming Duval. That's Jacksonville. You ain't motherfucker. That like leaves you speechless.
Well, he's a Jags fan?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
assuming.
No way. Well, no wonder he's not stepped up and announced, who he's backing, because who the hell would want to admit you're a Jags fan? I mean, a Jags fan. I don't even think that's almost like a Yeti. That's almost like an albino Yeti. Like seeing one of those in real life, a Jags fan, that's like an albino Yeti. That's like an albino Yeti with like two different colored eyes. That's how rare that is. That's fucking rare, man. That speaks Spanish. That's rare. An albino Yeti
That speaks Spanish.
two different colored eyes. That's how rare seeing a Jags fan in real life is.
That has a shaved ass.
Oh! He is a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. Let me show you where your bitch ass sits, motherfucker. Thank you for coming to Raider Reaction and stopping by for your first time. Let us explain how the rules work here. You see this little thing? This is called the kiddie table. Yay! Any team sitting on the kiddie table is treated like a family reunion. You can be seen, but not fucking heard. Because you've never won anything. Like the rest of these teams on this kiddie table right here, you've never won a fucking thing. You've never hoisted a trophy. You've never been a champion. Nothing. So in any football argument, you have nothing to say. You're like the kids at the kiddie table at the family reunion. You should be seen, but not heard. Stop typing! Shut up! Hey, why don't you go stick... Oh!
What did I do?
You're getting all crazy. You done got all crazy on me. You done camera flipped this. Why don't you go put another swimming pool in your end zone to try and drag more attraction to your shitty ass product? Nobody even wants to come. You suck! You suck! Oh, shit. Oh. regardless, we know anything he has to say is completely irrelevant. So moving on, that dude's irrelevant.
I was gonna say, Chris.
He's been kitty tabled. So moving on.
Until you come off that table, you ain't got shit to say, bro.
From now on, you can come by and hang out anytime you'd like. Yeah. But you got shit to say.
But at this point, shut the fuck up.
Yes, you've been kitty tabled.
And I mean that in the most kind way. I mean,
yeah, we mean that. We mean that. No, we really don't.
Yes, Alan, the Shut the Fuck Up Club. That's also known as the kitty table.
We're going to. Do you really want to bring up what happened to y'all last year? I mean, come on. Again, I'm done. We don't talk to teams that are on the kitty table. We don't acknowledge your shit. So
we've only been around 23 years. So
we thank you for trying to step in like you're relevant, but you're not. Sit down and shut the fuck up. Thank you.
You're a Buccaneer.
Moving along. So, like I said, I
forgot. I said Buccaneer. Better yet, you're a Buccaneer's fucking meal. Shut up, bitch.
So, tomorrow, Raider Nation Report. Yours truly, a solid hour. We'll get into everything, much more detail, with what draft, undrafted free agents, all that good shit.
Yeah.
And Wednesday, Raider Nation.
The quarterback situation.
Yes, that too. Raider Nation's invasion on Wednesday. I do believe Thursday the captain's in studio with me for our Raider Nation Ricochet.
I might be.
And on Friday, of course, we'll be back with Black Friday.
Back in black!
Back with Black Friday. Mm-hmm. Because we missed it last week because of the draft. So I didn't want to step on the draft coverage. And
once again, Johnny Cross.
I'm sorry.
That was a good look, Johnny.
Johnny, you the man. I owe you shots when I see you at the beach party. Those of you, hey man, if you're in the Sunshine State and you're a Raider fan this weekend, you need to be out this Saturday at the freaking Cinco de Mayo beach party over on the East Coast, man. We're gonna be holding it down. Raider Reaction will be. You're gonna be there, right? You at the beach party, right?
If I get away there.
What's this if fucking shit?
Okay,
he's at the beach party. Alan,
gonna be there.
You make sure he gets to the beach party. I'm gonna be at the beach party. So you're gonna be there too. We'll do some fucking co-hosting.
I'll be there,
holding it down at the beach live stream action. There you go. So this Saturday, Raider Reaction will be on location with the Orlando Raider Nation at the Cinco de Mayo party over on the beach. I don't remember which beach, like Satellite Beach, something. I don't know,
but
it's on the page. I will share it again before Saturday. I'll share it probably every day. But we'll be back tomorrow. Still under construction for a few more days, so bear with the inverted screen and everything else.
Keep the door open, Bob. I'll be on the short bus soon.
But we'll be back. I will be back tomorrow. So, same Raider time, same Raider channel. We will see you tomorrow night as always. Thank you for joining us, new and old. Our band of pirates. Peace, love, Raider Nation.
Raider Nation.